What's good, YouTube? This is the first time I'm gonna bug you and the last time I'm gonna bug you guys to please subscribe to this channel and a video that is not a deck list. But we are starting up a brand new deck list channel. The link will be down below. Please pause and subscribe there right now if you enjoy getting Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck lists from me. There's a huge channel update if you want to watch it on our channel as well. So I'll link that at the end of this video, but if you want to know which one that is, if we go to my channel right here, it's the new deck list channel and House of Champs Future. There's a long update about the channel there. But let's go ahead and stop talking about that now that you subscribed over there. And let's go ahead and talk about the market and the insane things happening. And I actually start with eBay on this one because it's actually the same on both. Jinn Super is randomly bought out, and the lowest is 20 here on eBay, and it's actually moderately played here as well until you get to the near mint here at 30 on TCG Player. So I didn't want to go with the shock and awe value of $30 on your Legends, but they were $10 previous until somebody brought it to my attention, and they're now $20+. So if you have one, you might want to be selling yours. Very interesting. Let's actually go and look if there's sold listings past the buyout. Yeah, they're going apparently. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? These are sold listings with price plus shipping. Let's go end date recent first and see what pops up. Massive store inventory. Yeah, it doesn't really tell me when, but there were sales. Very interesting. From a random $10 jump to this, apparently. And the really interesting thing is on TCG Player, there's a not available price kind of thing for the trends, and there's a flat trend on prices. So just super interesting that this card has gone from what apparently was $10 to this. So if you have yours, you might want to be considering this. I have some in my collection box. I might consider it. I really like to hold on and hoard my collection stuff. But I'm going to start doing Yu-Gi tubing for a living here, guys. So things are about to change. All the clickbait. But not really. There's not going to be much clickbait. I'm just going to be doing this for a living and doing what I've been doing because we're actually to the point where we can make it, boys. Another random buyout. Well, not really buyout, just the price increases. The norm was actually at $2 last night and slowly increased here, I believe. I think it finally got a small update. But $3 lowest is lightly played, so we go to $3.25, and the norm was $2. Pretty interesting to see that on Elemental Hero Shining Phoenix Enforcer. This is the Legendary Collection version, though. It's kind of getting this way across the board, if I recall. So, Elemental Hero, while TCG Player loads. You can see here, even the Supers are at 3s when they were at 2s. It's just pretty interesting to see. And TCG Player's been taking a while to load. I think they're doing site updates. As you see, I still can't click even though I've refreshed. Been a little bit of a problem while doing Market Watch videos, if you've been wondering. So, Elemental Hero Shining Phoenix Enforcer Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's go for the all versions here. No, it just brings up the Legendary Collection. That's very odd. That's so weird. Elemental Hero Shining Phoenix Enforcer Ultimate Rare. There's a second option for it, so here's all the other versions. Let's see what it ends up at. We have the Duels Pack Super, and all those are lightly played. I really don't know why this is happening to him either. Lightly played, near mint, 250. Maybe it's just time. But the lowest I guess you can find over here is 250, which is a little bit above the norm as well. So for some reason, Shining Phoenix Enforcer is seeing a small buyout. Or just a natural increase over time. I don't really know. But there's 46 results, and the lowest here is $3. Kind of interesting, huh? The DR4 version is $5, so if this is really going to do something, maybe you want to buy some DR4s. I really don't know what to tell you guys about this card, but a DR4 Ultra at $5, why not if you're trying to complete your DRO4 set? But just interesting to see it get a little price bump. If you know in the comment section below, tell me why it's gone up $1 from where it was. Lowest listing on eBay, $3. That's pretty interesting. Judgment Dragon Ultimate Rare is staying up there. Very interesting to see that the lowest is 76 over here on market and 76 over here for a near mint on market. So it really did set its new price and stay. And as surprising as it is, we actually, I believe, have sales of a high price. Let's go to end date recent first. $80 sold, $83 sold, $85, $80. People really went ham. But now we have a little bit of lower listings of people who do want to sell theirs. It's crazy what hype does to this game in the actual sales. Like, I've started wondering more about the sales aspects in terms of showing you guys. Like, typically I go check and I say, huh, that's interesting. But this week, there's a lot of sales on the hype. Like, the Jinn sales were weird, too. Like, I don't know if it's vendors, like, willing to take the hit, or if people are actually just throwing their money at these. Like, because you could buy the cards and take the fees, which would be minimal to make the price realistically look this way. But the amount of sales, I almost have to imagine that people wouldn't be that crazy to do so. And because you're losing an automatic like 13% on eBay to do that. So I have to imagine that these are real sales. Like 13% losses over and over and over. They're not going to be doing that. Invocation has gone down since its initial, but not by much. We see a $42 price trend coming soon. So yeah, they're definitely updating their site, it seems. But yeah, the Voltage Games has 10 available, helping set that lower price. And we see $40 on eBay, actually, so you can come save a few bucks over here as well. It's just nice and refreshing to see these kind of updates to the market, where prices are cooling off despite them being very prevalent in the meta. So it's nice to get that refreshing feeling of a meta deck going on down while it's topping, while it's doing things. It's a quantity. More of these packs are slowly being opened at locals, but the set's actually not that open. So it's really nice that people are going to be able to get their play sets for a bit cheaper than we first thought with the pack ratio of this card. I am making a suggestion here on, I would get this now if you don't have it, if you've been waiting. First Ed Rescue Rabbit is a low at near mint of $18.50 here. And it's a low of $18 on eBay for First Ed as well. It always seems to settle here and then spike when it hits relevancy. Well, Metal Foes are about to come back very, very strong with Bow Baboon. But on top of that, there's that rescue card that got announced. So it actually has direct support that may not be that good. I know Japan has a lot more options for the card. But I would definitely just, like, if you've been waiting, if you've been holding off, if you've been like, I can get it later, I can get it later, I would definitely consider getting this right now as a collector. Because I think it's about to see another spike when Metal Foes go ham. And if you've been hunting those first Eds, under 20 is a pretty great price on Secret Rescue Rabbit. It's cute, it's such a collector card, it's amazing, and I think this is kind of its bottom out price, so I would go ahead and get yours now if you've been holding off on that. Any other reason to resale, I don't think that's a good idea, but I think this is the bottom out of this card for a very long time, and I think it will be seeing a slight increase, if not a bigger increase, like maybe back to 30 very soon. Denko Seka actually has some deals versus its market price, which is like 17, 18. We see a near mint at 15 here, which the market price is a little above, and 15 here, well 16 because that's a light play, but versus it's 17 on the mega pack, or no, the NECH, my bad. And we actually have First Ed Mega Pack at 15. There was a First Ed NECH last night at 15. So people keep selling theirs very, very fast for very low, despite the regular market price being about 17-ish, like First Ed NECH at 16. So Paleozoic just won an event. I think we'll see a huge influx in Paleo decks, and I think Denko Seka will be seeing a lot more side deck options, because you just go to Denko Seka, Barrage, pop off. I definitely would consider getting your Denko Sekas now if you're playing in tournaments. I think it'll probably bump back to 20 kinda soon. and be a very viable option against the Paleo decks. And I think we'll see a lot of Paleo decks this coming weekend, because I know a lot of people actually switched to it. So we should see more anti-Paleos in the sides, as well as I think Danko leading that faction. And we should see. Royal Decree's been another option a lot of people are going with, but they can just chain a Paleo to Royal Decree. It's I get the concept though, and it's pretty good overall against them. And my final card here to talk about is Absolute King Backjack. It's super, super low right now, and it's actually starting to see a lot more play in 2 decks, Chain Burn and some odd Paleo decks. The Chain Burn deck being the more realistic in that you're cardinalizing, pitching this, you know, using its effect to go ahead and stack your deck and then be able to use it from grave to get extra burns. I think it's pretty good in that aspect. It should be one of the only monsters you're running in Chain Burn, and it's pretty cool overall. But we see it come back as an engine. It's only been in this gold series, and it's super cheap right now, so I would just go ahead and have your set to have it. I know a lot of you guys aren't excited to play Chain Burn, but I think this is a good card to just have, and it's going to be at its cheapest point ever as a gold secret rare at 40 cents. So definitely, if you're picking up your set, come over to TCG Player, buy it for $1.20 for a set. Thanks for watching. What did you guys think about this Market Watch? Starting off with, please subscribe to this other deck list channel over here on Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck List. Please, guys. But seriously, it would mean a lot to me if you guys came over here and gave this channel the attention that I need it to have in order to keep doing YouTubing for a living. We will also have, you know, the Jinn collector stuff. Collector stuff keeps spiking hard. Anybody, if you could tell me the reason for this card starting to spike a little bit, tell me. Again, even versus the market price on the DR4 is above its market price by 80 cents. So what's causing this? I really don't know why people are after Elemental Hero, Shining Phoenix, Enforcer, but if you can tell me, please do. And Turbo Judgment Dragon holding its price, Invocation going down, Rescue Rabbit at its probable lowest for the first ed. That will probably start seeing more play in the next couple weeks. Dank being lower than market despite Paleo winning. And I would just, you know, say have this to have this. Thanks for watching, guys.